What's up, folks? Do not mind me. Just starting off, I'm gonna go and start a new game. Um, Start something simple, nice wide open spaces with a lot of land for us to develop. If people like this, I'll start playing. I'll buy the DLC, and there's a lot of DLC. Do you like this map? Not too much terrain. We'll call it a city of Townsville. And as of right now, I'm just gonna have fun, so I'm gonna turn off all the cheats, or turn on all the cheats. Dynamic weather. I don't think it makes a difference on the regular DLC, like the regular game. Day-night cycles annoying for obvious reasons, especially because games don't look that well at night. Other than that, I'm gonna start anew. As always, if you think you're gonna like it, if you do like it, even though it's been like 30 seconds, or you will like it in the future, please drop a like. This is also, I guess I'll just give you a little walkthrough, make it super easy, straightforward. Basically, or easy, straightforward, as in I will tell you what I'm going to do. Shouts out to what's his name? Planner Plays, and I think it's called Biffa Plays Indie Games. Everything that I'm gonna do in cities is pretty much what they taught me. It's like this game is like SimCity and stuff, so it's pretty straightforward. You just build a city. Let me pause this. So when you pause the game, it makes it a little easier for you to get everything done without them being like, hey, we need this, hey, we need that. You know, simple, straightforward stuff. The hints, I'm actually going to, if there is a way in the options to turn off hints, I'm going to turn off the hints because they're such a headache. I'll also turn off the chirp messages. In-game guide pop-ups, I would assume it's that. I think we're good for everything else. So basically, you want to kind of work on a grid system, and this game kind of works off of how you would regularly build a city. So you want to start off with the largest and then go to the smallest. So if you're going to make an entrance into the town like I'm going to do, you would kind of want to have a large road, and then anything going into like a small place where you're going to have residencies, like you're going to have this road that's going to go to the residencies, you'll put a medium, and then all residential roads should be small. How you want to put it varies on how you feel. What tails? I guess I'm just gonna start. What I might do is, because I have unlimited money, I might grab a little bit of land. Go over here. Other thing to keep an eye on if you want to make yourself sane is the level, because sometimes the levels will get real annoying. You'll think you're on the like a good level, and then it'll be like slope too steep, so you can't build something there. Or you're just looking at your city from like another direction, and it just looks horrible because your city is pretty much on a valley. But I digress. If I go over here, I'd have more available land on the other side of the highway. And that leaves that open for just general stuff right over here. I can make connectors over here. And then I can start building my city over here. Alright, let's do that. So I just bought land. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to level all of this out. This different colored stuff, like right here. This means that I can build farmland, trees. Actually, I could just show you. This is the easiest way. What is it? Info views. And then go to natural resources. So as you can see, fertile land. Fertile land means farmland. Don't know if it has it. Forest. That's forest, the green stuff. If you can see it way, way out there in the valley. Light blue is ore. And lastly, but I don't think this map has it, is, wow, that's a huge ore deposit over there. Damn. Maybe I should start building over that way. That would look pretty cool. I don't know how far my available land goes, but that'd be really cool to make like a giant ore factory over there. And then all the available land that I have left over, I just make strictly for regular residential. And then there's also like a shipping and stuff, which I have to save at least one for over there so I can get some ships in and out of here. But anyway, let's see if I can even entertain the idea of doing that. If I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Technically I can. Looks like it covers that part of the mountain that has the ore, so beautiful. So the good and bad thing about playing with no milestones is the fact that I can do whatever I want. I'm literally just doing this right now just because I don't feel like actually thinking methodically. So I'm just gonna kinda have fun with this build however I feel. Don't know if I said it before. If we have more solidified followers and stuff, if I get some like legitimate subscribers and stuff, I would assume, just because I'm just starting off and I know a little bit about streaming, I would say if you put like, and I know it sounds expensive, but it's not really, and by the time I build this out, it won't mean that much. If you put like $20 as a super chat or something, I'd consider making your name as one of the street names. My subscribers, hopefully if things get amazing, I can have like a Patreon and stuff. Mind you, I apologize, I'm not trying to make you dizzy. But yeah, if I get a Patreon and stuff, then I would actually make it so my Patreon members, they get exclusive not details, they get exclusive perks, like say for instance, you have districts in there, and the districts have certain things. So the highest district, the highest, like the highest value district would go to the highest highest payer. And then maybe, just general stuff like that. You get a district named after you. And I'm speaking way ahead of my time. I'm just saying this as of right now, just because I'm playing the game. I know what I can do for small stuff. Gonna have to treat it as kind of a like America is. You want all the perks and stuff, you're gonna have to pay. But you don't have to pay to watch me and say hello and, you know, do whatever you want. Just don't be disrespectful, which seems like a pretty simple thing, but of course nobody wants to follow the rules. Okay, we're looking good over here. Give me 1 second. Once I'm finished making sure all of this is nice and level, I'm going to check and see if my friend Fleetmaster Moose is online, because we're going to play some Apex. If you don't mind, I know you're probably leaving the stream, but I don't think I have any viewers, and if I do, hey, welcome. Don't know what I'm gonna make. My name is Samson, PG Samson, so maybe I'll make something biblical even though I'm not religious in the slightest. Heed my religious friends' requests, even though they didn't really request me to be a biblical person, but I am Samson. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna think of a name because I don't really want a tribe. Tribe is too close to one of the streamers I watch. His group is the Tribe. I was thinking earlier maybe like the Forest or something like that, because I'm a huge woods enthusiast, outdoors enthusiast. And that would be kind of cool, calling y'all the Tribe. It's like, what's up, Tribe? How y'all doing? But PG Samson, I don't feel like Samson would really be in a tribe. I feel like he would be more in... Oh, man. I wasn't religious, but I went to a religious school. So I'm kind of embarrassed not knowing exactly who Samson was. I know that Samson and Delilah stuff, but mainly it's more for... One sec. I don't know if he was a leader or anything. I know he gained his hair from his strength. That's why I call myself Samson, because I get my strength from my hair. Long story short, don't cut your hair. It leaves a lot of things that the government doesn't want to tell you, man. But not in reality. There's a lot of things that go on that I think the government either knows about and doesn't want to tell us, because they kind of made all the hippies and stuff look like dumbasses, dumb A's, excuse my language, for a while. Also, I just want to say a fair warning. I'm watching my language right now because I'm not sure what type of viewers would be watching this. But once I start playing Apex, there is a huge parental discretion. Also, if you're not okay with certain people saying the N-word, which, granted, I'm not the most okay with, but being that they're my friends, I understand. And it's not like I'm giving them a pass and saying it's okay, because that's kind of not. Well, I know it's okay, granted, but I also don't think it's okay for you to just be super liberal about it, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're gonna say the word, don't try to... I don't know how to explain it. The best way to explain it is... Or the best way for me to just like round this off is some of my friends say it. They're allowed to say it, depending on how you give people allowance to say it. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. I don't know. That's not me. I'm not going to tell you what you're okay with people saying or not, so you know. But anyway, it's the most important part about that whole rigmarole that I just brought y'all through is we're offensive. And I'm not saying offensive in a bad way, like a negative way, like a disrespectful way. I'm saying offensive in more of a don't let your kids watch us kind of way. If you want to make sure Jimmy and Sally and whoever your children are don't end up swearing up a storm, we're not the ones to be watched. Alright, now we're going to go back to what I was talking about. So, before, what I did was, actually, hold that thought, I'm going to use the restroom. And just kind of keep it on a circle. Don't get dizzy now. Just so you guys kind of have like a nice view. You can see what I'm working with. Maybe it'll do something cool. I don't know. It kind of looks like it's on some screensaver thing, so enjoy this random screensaver while I use the restroom, and then I'll explain kind of what's going on here, so you have an idea, and if you do end up wanting to play City Skylines, you can understand it. Or I'll come back, explain it, and we'll just run into Apex, because I'm kind of starting to get the bite for Apex, but we'll talk about it once I return. I'll be right back. I have returned. Okay, so basically, what I'm going to do in this area is make a grid pattern, and the best and easiest way to make a grid pattern is to just make start it off just like I did, and then put a bunch of connectors in the area. So I'd have boom, connector, 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 maybe like 3 connectors. So what these are called is arterial roads, these big ones, and they're 6 lanes, 3 on each side, or you can get one ways that are 6 lanes, and they basically are what you use to carry the majority of your traffic. They make a lot of noise, that's why I built them with trees. Then the next thing that goes to it is the medium roads that I was talking about, and they're called connectors. Or collectors, and they collect the local traffic to the arterial traffic that you get on. So this is the kind of road that you would take to get to a main road to get to a highway, if that makes sense. And then the last one is local roads. Local roads are the smallest roads. That's where you really want to build all of your stuff on, just because the stuff that you build... I'm sorry, this is just irking me. Now I have to build a road kind of adjacent to that because that just doesn't look good to me. But anyway, so you build an local road for all your generic stuff. And I'm hoping it, oh, okay. So what I was also going to do was I was going to take this, raise it up a tiny bit, and God willing, all right, doesn't want to work, we'll go the other way. We'll make a tunnel, and then I'm going to match it up with that right there, if I can. We're going to also have to take a look at that because I think it's a little longer. Okay, so I guess we can't do that. We're going to make this a tiny bit longer. We're going to delete this, do one of these, boom, and then... So the easiest way to check to see if they're also the same length is this thing has one blue dot, this thing has one blue dot, but the blue dot is almost close to that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a boom and a boom. We're going to check the dots. So ideally, those two were dots. And then this dot was messed up. So we're going to do this even more. We're going to, hopefully this will organize it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Exactly. So you see how there is a dot, boom, dot, boom. That's the middle. And then dot, boom. So that means that there's 3 dots. So what I should do is I should angle this in roughly to the middle so I know that they're evenly spaced apart. And this is all for just sake of sanity. This isn't really like a, oh, you need to do this or else you ruin the thing. As you can see, it's also not going to be perfect, so messes up this too. So let's see. Alright, more importantly, we got a 2 and 2, which makes things a little easier. So they're roughly even. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to bring it out. Close that, bring that out right here. Over. See? Not stupid. What I did was a mistake. Also, I made a mistake here too, so I'm going to bring it in a little bit. You don't want it completely to the edge, you want it more like this, because you're going to have some buildings that are going to stick out a little wider than what I allotted right here, and it just doesn't look good. So we're going to do one of these guys. We're going to just see roughly we can get it to that, and we're going to go around, boom, boom, boom. I'd like to make it a little bit more even, but it's just one of those things that just doesn't always happen. So we're gonna have to. Alright, now that we have that connected right there, it makes it a little easier if you have to cross districts. We're gonna make those districts and stuff. We'll talk about that on the next one. Because I got a notification from my friend, and we're gonna play a little bit of Apex. Good news is, I can just keep this as is, and then we'll come back to this. I might play it later on tonight after we finish playing Apex, or I might make it a stream tomorrow during the day. I keep saying I want to stream during the day. Today I had some stuff I had to do, so I couldn't do it, but maybe I'll stream this later. We'll see. Hopefully, if you're watching, you're going to stay. I don't know how to do this. I'm just starting to stream, so I'm going to try to transfer games without stopping the stream, but I don't know how well this is going to work. So, stay tuned. If not, I will see you in a few. Oh, you can still hear me, which is good. I'm